center stage. Welcome to yet another episode of Talent Center Stage. My name is Cynthia Obinwanne and I'm your host. On this episode, I have with me an amazing, multi-talented artist. Here with me on the episode is Snow White. You're welcome to the show, Snow White.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's get started with you telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. I am Snow White Silas. Okay. Snow White Chiwendi Silas. And I'm an artist. I'm a woman. That's the most special thing about it because sometimes people say, wow, a lady artist. So I'm a woman, an amazing woman, an artist. That is me.
Okay, so have you always been an artist or did you develop that passion, that interest at a certain age in your life?
I think I've always been an artist. Yes, right from childhood, right from the time I can remember. I've always had this passion to do art.
Okay.
I like to draw. Those days in primary school, I grew up with my uncle. Those days in primary school, all my exercise books, I will draw in them. My textbooks, I will trace them. And my uncle used to club me very well because of that. He said, you're wasting your books, you're wasting my money. You want to become an artist, that is useless. It's for, useless people and stuff. But it didn't die, it was still there. So I think it runs in my blood. It's there and I can't kill it.
I love your being consistent with what you do because the Nigerian parents of yesterday, because we're actually evolving now, but the Nigerian parents of yesterday will always be like, you're an artist, that's a no for me. You must be a medical doctor, you must be an engineer, and if you're not any of those in quotes, then you've not yet started. So I must commend your consistency in doing what you love to do. So go ahead and tell me, how did you actually start making art? I'm sure it started somehow, so tell me how.
Okay, making art generally or making art for sale?
No, generally.
Okay, like I said, right from childhood. I would draw those days. I was very good. In my secondary school, I was charging people money to draw for them.
Wow, that early?
Yes, agriculture, biology, those are drawing.
Oh, the classworks. Okay.
So, then in my primary school, I had this art teacher, a Cameroonian woman. I know there's this kind of color she used to bring for us those days. I don't know the name of the color, liquid colors. So I was doing it. I learned so many things. I was doing well in crafts too, those days in primary school, then secondary school, until my JS3 when I lost my very dear art teacher, Mr. Kobondo. They brought another one for us. That one is a no. He will always call you names. When you don't, he doesn't know how he wasn't as amazing as Mr. Kobondo, but he will just call you name for any single mistake. So because of that, I said, I'm not going to continue with the art. Meanwhile, my parents, everybody wanted me to be a medical doctor. I loved the medical doctor.
There you go. They wanted you to be a medical doctor. Yes. Okay.
I loved it too because I have this passion to take care of people. You wouldn't be sick around me and I won't take care of you. So my uncle said, it was a day he called me. He noticed this passion I had for art. He said I should use it as a hobby. Then become a medical doctor. That is what the world needs. And you have this soft heart and stuff. But I now told him, okay, I want to study fine arts at school. Okay. Then I'll be making money from my art. Then I'll now study medicine. And then I'll use medicine. I'll be using medicine for missionary, whatever. I loved it too. But my best was art. And I've been I wrote WAEC. I did sciences in secondary school, in senior secondary. Wrote WAEC. I failed my physics. My first WAEC. I failed my physics. I got a D7. Okay, but my uncle said, he's a perfectionist. If you must go to school, then you must pass all your subjects. I had to rewrite again. After the second one, I said, no, I'm not going again. I told him I'm going to study my fine arts. I didn't do arts in the senior secondary. He called me names. You're useless. After all the money I spent on you, I grew up in Nsukka. I schooled in university primary school, university secondary school. So it was like, after spending all the money on you, you want to go and end up as a useless artist, blah, 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 blah. And I was very stubborn. I told him I would Spotify.
It can only take a stubborn person to be consistent with the fathers of yesterday. Yes.
And he told me, okay, if I've made up my mind to study fine arts, to go to IMT, I schooled in IMT. If I've made up my mind to study fine arts, then the only relationship I'll have with him is my school fees. I said, thank God. Thank God he will even pay my school
fees. Even accepted that responsibility.
Seriously, I went. Till tomorrow, he doesn't know if I lived in a house or if I was just left alone. From my first day in school, I was sleeping in the studio. So that was.
Oh my!
Yes, it wasn't funny, but
your studio?
Yes, the school studio.
Okay.
I was sleeping with the HND ones in their studio, and it actually helped me. I had an edge over my mates. Because being with the HND ones, I was learning more.
That's quite inspiring. So you lived in the studio.
Yes.
So I'm sure that fire. The studio actually fired up.
Yes,
your passion.
It did. And at the time, I wasn't getting money from my uncle for materials. And the money you spend on materials as an artist, it's more than the money you spend for school fees. So at the time, I had to sit up. What I was now doing, I had to learn. I learned to draw portraiture from when I finished writing my first YEC. Then, when I'm going to study, when I'm going to read in the library, UNN library, then I'll always pass the fine art department, UNN fine art department. So I have friends in their year 3. Wow. There were 3 guys. Nonso Ndwanya, Ikechukwu, what's that his son name? We call him Scott Body. Ikechukwu Benenro. Then one Abu George. These 3 people were, in fact, I think they contributed a lot to what I am today. And each time I call them, I tell them I owe you people a lot. My life as an artist, I think I owe more to them. They taught me how to draw portraiture. So that was it's from drawing portraiture that I got money to buy my entrance form into IMT.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you that question. Okay. If your uncle didn't support you, then how did you do it?
That was the first time I fasted in my life. Yes, I fasted for 1 week. Seriously.
So it's time to seek the face of God. It's only God that can make this happen.
Let him just accept for me to go to IMT. Okay. I will not die. The hunger does not kill people.
Sure.
After all, growing up with them, sometimes you eat 2 slices of bread.
Yeah, hunger, but not starvation. Okay.
Then when I now got admission, I started doing portraiture. I started drawing for people for free in my church. Then I would draw. I'll tell them I'm an artist. So you can give me your picture to draw. I can do paintings. I was doing paintings 1,000 naira, 1,500, 2,000 those days. Then those HND ones, I'll beg them each time they get one. If one person has 2 portraits to do, then please give me one now. Let me help you and draw. Then I'll draw. He will give me part of the money. That was how I was surviving in school. It wasn't easy.
That's a smart one.
It was fun though, As I wasn't I think a reserved person. I can be reserved, very quiet, but I can make noise too.
Okay.
Arises. But I think then I used to be very shy. Inferiority complex. That thing almost killed me in my primary and secondary school days. But thank God for fine art that I studied.
So was it fine arts that's
so
the complex?
You can't be shy as an artist. Hey,
sure, you're always out there.
If you're not jovial, if you're not playful, they will force you to. Those guys there, some naughty guys, and we were not much as females. We had more guys, and they would just want to pull out some hidden talents in you. Thank God for those people.
Okay. Now, you studied fine arts in school. So you still continued in that line, or deviated at any point? Did you deviate at any point in time?
I think I did. I was in my final year when I had my first son. Okay, it wasn't really easy, and I had some complications then too during the pregnancy. At the time, one of my lecturers, Mr. Kwenchi, had to ask me to go. He said I should go home and take care of myself first. Then later I came back. Okay, then When I now left school finally, came to Port Harcourt. It's marriage that brought me to Port Harcourt. I came to Port Harcourt, bearing children, motherhood and career. It's always hard to
it's not always that easy to
yes
push the two.
At a time, I was finding it difficult to do my art and take care of the children, take care of the home. I tried so many things, my sister. I did. I did try so many things.
I assume you're a full-time artist.
Yes, I am.
Going by what you're doing with Society for Nigerian Artists. Okay, so now tell me, is there any of your works that you're most proud of?
I think I'm proud of all my works, though. Yes, but this one here, it's a very recent work.
Okay.
This one is a very recent work. This is, I've not really titled it, but I think I'm dedicating it to womanhood. I just told my husband this work, I'm dedicating it to womanhood, the African woman.
You're dedicating it to us?
Yes.
Oh, I'm touched.
Yeah, we're beautiful inside out.
Yeah. A lot of women are actually on the ground.
Yes.
Why? Complex issues, they don't believe in themselves, and I think the more number of women we have speaking up for women and actually supporting womanhood, the better for all of us, because women are amazing people and we should also be given opportunity to show what we can do. All right, this is lovely. So tell me, what inspired you to doing this work?
Okay, what inspired me especially to doing this work is, on daily basis, there are stories of how women are being maltreated, raped, molested, and stuff, talked down, even in the family. Some men don't believe that their wives are something to write home about. Some men want to kick their wives around and stuff. In the family, women, in those days, it still happens now. In those days, and fathers would want to send their sons to school and leave the daughters.
Yeah, it's still happening now.
It's still happening now. Okay, but I want to join the band of women out there fighting for women. And I tell every woman, you're beautiful inside out. Forget about what people say.
Yeah,
you are worth more than they think. Okay, we are the last born of creation. If the man was complete, the woman wouldn't have been created.
Sure.
So any man that thinks the woman is of no value, that man is not a man. Yes, God. I think God is a man. Oh yes, and He made the man to be like Him, and God recognizes the importance of the woman. So any man that does not recognize the importance of a woman, something is wrong. But then, even if the man does not recognize your importance as a woman, you should recognize your importance as a woman.
Sure.
So that is it. If you look at it, see the scribblings, these are some marks, making it to show that he's an African, whatever. Then our hairstyle, all this. I like this hairstyle.
Yeah.
Most times I make it.
Let's bring this down now. Going back to the women's role in the society, permit me to digress a little bit. I read something on social media some couple of months ago or something, that if a foreigner marries a Nigerian woman, the man isn't going to be granted citizenship. Of course, we know that if it's outside Nigeria, most countries, they do that. You marry someone from there. But then, here is the other way around. It's more or less like they are making women a second-class citizen. We don't have that place already in the society. So I believe this work, and even much more, would kind of keep bringing we women to the limelight.
Yes.
Still, the government and the rest of them probably draws up a policy, something that would crystallize the position of a woman in the society and give us a relevant place. So I think you're doing a great one with this. So I call you a woman advocate.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so back to our discussion. Is there any, what's your favorite art tool?
My favorite art tool. I think my favorite art tool is my hands.
Your hands?
Yes.
So you're telling me with your hands you can just, you can create and make anything?
Yes, I can actually paint without my brushes.
Just with your hands?
Yes. You use your color.
With colors.
But then if we talk about materials, okay, my best material is charcoal.
Wow. And
Yes. This is
made
charcoal.
from charcoal.
This is charcoal. This one also is charcoal with acrylic. So most of my works you will see a touch of charcoal.
Okay, interesting. So who inspires you?
Inspires me now. Most time I think it's normal. On daily basis we change inspiration.
All right, we're talking about now. So in the now, who inspires you?
I think I have two major people. One, what's that other guy's name? Ibe Ananaba. They call him Ibe Ananaba, but his full name is Iba Abuchi Ananaba. He's from Abia State. He resides in Lagos. He's a big-time artist. He's a senior colleague. He also finished from IMT those days. Okay, he does watercolor. He does charcoal too. He does acrylic. He's a multimedia artist. Then there's another one, Mr. What's his name again? I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Sam of Writing.
Okay.
Mr. Sam of Writing. He's actually, I call him my mentor. Okay. Like any work I do now, I must send to him. He'll say, wow, this is good.
You're in touch with
kind of
him.
thing.
So what kind of art do they do? Similar to what you do?
Yes, similar. Mr. O'Wright is also a watercolorist, but he does acrylic. He works with multimedia. Okay, he uses every medium, charcoal, whatever, all of that.
Okay, so currently, where do you think Nigeria is in art, and where do you think it should be?
Okay, I think Nigeria is trying. We're growing. My husband would always say, "You're come up here." So Nigeria is come up here.
Okay,
we'll soon get there. Those days, people didn't appreciate art as much as they do now. Okay, and I think Nigeria should put more effort. Nigeria should stop focusing on only oil. Oil goes so dry.
Are you sure it's not already drying down?
Oh, there are some countries that are making a fortune from art, like Dakar, Senegal. No, they have these events that they do every year.
Really?
Dark arts, yes.
Okay.
And it's a major event that the whole city is shut down because of art.
Wow.
It's art everywhere. It's one of their major economy. Okay, so Nigeria can be. If Nigeria should recognize what art means, I think we would move higher.
Yeah. So on a scale of 1 to 10, rate Nigeria with art.
Okay. I think maybe we're at 6.
We're at 6. Well, I don't think we're there yet. 6, I think, is high. In Port Harcourt here, you barely see artworks.
Yes.
In people's houses, it's someone. I spoke with someone some time ago and said Nigeria consider art a luxury.
Yes.
It's not yet an order of the day. It's not something you see anywhere. So I think the scaling is even a very good one for Nigeria.
To give us a little someone asked me this morning as I was coming, if I buy this thing from you now, it's not going to use it to.
Exactly.
I said, you hang it in your house.
No value.
I was expecting the answer I got. He said, if I can't hang out for my house, every morning I'm going to give me food, make a chop. I said, I expected.
Okay. Snow White. All right, so tell me, what do you have to tell upcoming artists, people who are still looking at doing great works like you have done, and people who are looking at even exceeding what you are doing to the highest level? What do you have to tell them?
Okay. What I have to tell them is they should be determined to do what they have in their mind to do, and they should persevere. See, determination and perseverance. I think these are the two major keys.
Yeah.
If you're determined to achieve it, you will achieve it. then you must have to be you must have to persevere. Patience should be your name. You understand? Then also I have some people there are some people that will come around me and say, my pikin sabi do this thing. But this thing no be work. Madam, you dey get money from this thing. Some parents are still like that. If our children should get people to encourage them, I think they will go far. They will go. Every child is creative. Parents should stop limiting their children to one aspect. I want you to be a medical doctor. I want you to be a nurse. I want you to be. Allow the child to freestyle. Then just advise the child and guide the child, because the children are not even our own. We're just caretakers. Advise and guide, and you see the child coming to limelight. Also to Nigeria, I forgot to say that we should know that investing on a piece of art. So many people don't know it. Investing on a piece of art is like investing on a piece of land. Art appreciates.
Yeah. Wow, I'm dazed. Speaking about arts in general, I think we really have to, if it's in Nigeria, then say up our game.
Yes.
We have to up it.
Seriously.
Yeah, and then you said it all. You said it all, because we actually need to make our children, our generation, to believe, for those ones that are really good at what they do, arts or whatever, which is the reason why we have this show, to let them know that those talents that they have is amazing. We appreciate it, and it could actually be all that they need, to become who they want to be. You can imagine if Snow White, if you didn't, persevere, persevere to say, I want to continue in art. And then, of course, maybe you must have gone to a medical school and then your art. For someone like me that has gone to do sciences, and from there I jumped out and entered arts. But then it's fine. The worst of it all is remaining where you are, when you know it's not your place. At any particular point you find that, I've missed it. Find your way back on track. So it's really been an exciting time with you, Snow White.
Thank you.
Okay, should someone want to get across to you, tell them, how do they reach you?
Okay, I'm on social media. I'm on what's that thing called? Instagram as at Snow White Ellen. Should I spell it? Snow White Ellen. I know you get that. I'm also on Facebook, Snow White UC Silas. These are the two.
And for our viewers who are watching us on the social media platforms, I'd like you to share, follow us on our social media handles at Talent Center ST1. We are on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Until we meet on yet another interesting episode of Talent Center Stage, I remain your host, Cynthia Oginwande.